As an immigrant living in the US for the past 10 years, there are several things that I wish I knew before moving here. They would have saved me a lot of headaches and money. I learned my lessons the hard way, but guess what? You don't have to, because today I'm going to share with you things that I wish I knew before moving to the US. And if you stick around, I will share with you one bonus one that I found particularly useful and funny. Hi there, my name is Hector. If you are new to this channel, here I talk about everything related to personal finance, from the stock market, real estate, cryptocurrencies, and anything that affects the financial landscape. So if you're into that kind of stuff, consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification to get alerts every time I post new content just like this. Hey, without further ado, let's get into it. So number one is credit utilization. Look, I grew up in a different country with a different culture and different financial system. So as a Latino, we're often taught to never use credit. Like if you need something, save up, pay it in full as much as you can. Credit is just a trap banks set up to get you in debt and get your money. And well, while that is arguably true, I've learned living here in the US that credit utilization plays a significant role in personal finance, particularly in its impact in an individual's credit score, which is a critical factor in accessing financial products like loans, credit cards, and mortgages. The concept of credit utilization, while applicable in many countries, has a uniquely pronounced influence in the US due to the structure of the credit score system. But what is credit utilization? Credit utilization refers to the ratio of your current credit card balances to your credit limits, expressed in a percentage. It is calculated by dividing your total outstanding credit card balance to your total credit limit. For example, if you have a total credit card balance of $2,000 across all your cards and a total credit limit of $10,000, your credit utilization ratio is 20%. It is important that you understand this well because of two main reasons. Number one, credit utilization directly impacts your credit score, particularly those calculated using the FICO and VantageScore models. These two are credit scoring systems used to evaluate individuals' credit worthiness by assessing credit card risks based on factors like payment history, debt, and credit score history length, and of course, credit utilization. Here in the US, credit utilization accounts for roughly 30% of your FICO score, making it the second most significant factor after payment history. And a lower credit utilization ratio is generally seen as an indicative of responsible credit management, leading to higher credit scores. Credit utilization gives you access to financial products. A good credit score, influenced significantly by credit utilization, is crucial here in the US for obtaining favorable terms on loans, credit cards, insurance policies, and it can even affect rental agreements and employment opportunities in some cases. The US economy heavily emphasizes credit. From consumer spending to home ownership, access to credit is vital. Therefore, maintaining a good, meaning low, credit utilization ratio can be more impactful here in the US than in other countries where economies rely less on consumer credit. Understanding and managing credit utilization is crucial for maintaining financial health here in the US, and it can have a significant impact on an individual's financial opportunities and overall economy well-being. All right, so number two is taxation. I remember when I got my first job offer, I remember seeing those figures of the money that I was gonna make and thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is great. I never made that much money in a job. So I figured I didn't even need to negotiate with my employer. I was so happy with that number. It wasn't until I got my first paycheck that I realized how much of that money Uncle Sam takes from you. Plus other deductions like retirement contributions, healthcare, and all that stuff. That was a big chunk of money. Look, every country has their own flavor of taxation, and I know that we all have to make our contributions. However, I wish I knew how much and how complicated taxes can be here in the US, and how much they can affect your personal finance management. Taxes affect greatly your income, your savings, your investments, and overall your financial well-being. And I won't bore you talking about every single type of tax that you might be subject to depending on where you live here in the US, but here's a brief list just to give you an idea. I will leave the definitions on screen in case you want to pause it. We have income tax, payroll tax, capital gain tax, property tax, sales tax. So yeah, taxes significantly affect your personal finance here in the US. They affect your income, your savings, your spending decisions. Compared to other countries, the US tax system's complexity and the need for strategic tax planning are notable. So yeah, that's something that I definitely wish I knew before moving to the US. All right, so number 3, healthcare or health insurance. Let me dive a little deeper into this because I have a personal experience that I want to briefly share with you. I have a 2-year-old that was born prematurely, and as a consequence of that, he spent a few weeks in the NICU or NICU. Guys, I figured it was going to be expensive due to the care and the attention and medication that he received. But friends, when I saw the hospital bill, I kid you not, I didn't even get upset. I laughed in disbelief at the figures that I was looking at. 145 grand? What? Are you kidding me? I honestly thought they had typoed the number of zeros in that bill. Luckily, we had a good health insurance, and after all the numbers were sorted out, we ended up paying but a fraction of that number. Believe it or not, in 10 years living in the US, or roughly 8 years at the time, I had never claimed my insurance policy. I was always annoyed by having to pay the premium of that policy month to month, but I was told, and rightly, that insurance is one of those things that you don't need until you need it. Health insurance is a critical component in personal finance here in the US, largely due to the structure of the healthcare system and the significant costs associated with medical care here. As I said before, the US is known by having some of the highest healthcare costs in the world. Medical debt is a significant issue here in the US, so having a good but unfortunately often expensive health insurance policy can protect you and your family from financial ruin due to unexpected medical emergencies or chronic health conditions. Alright, if you are still here guys, first let me thank you very much for sticking around. And here's your bonus one. Because I wish somebody would have told me about the tipping culture here in the US. Yeah, listen, I would normally tip servers well when the service merits it. But here in the US it's kind of crazy. You go to a buffet bar and the suggested minimum tip is 18%? Are you kidding me? Depending on how often you eat out, tipping can add up and make a significant hole in your wallet. I have a lot more to say about this, which you can hear all about in this video right here, by the way. As for this video, this is it for today. I hope you liked it, you enjoyed it, and you learned something new. If you did, would you do me a big favor and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, sub to the channel, and finally, if you have any other topic that you would like me to cover, drop them in the comment section down below, and I will see them, and who knows, I might make a video about it. See you next time. Bye.